Alright guys, I'm going to do a review here on what's inside my tool bag. So not my toolbox, but my tool bag. So this is the tool bag that I put together a couple of years ago, sort of where I was comfortably sure I could take that and do most anything that I needed to do. So it's a Veto Pro Pac XL, and it weighs a lot. Maybe I should grab a scale and see how much it weighs. But I keep it on this mover's dolly just to like move it around, you know, pull it out to the truck, then I'll lift it into the truck. So I got this thing pretty full. I got stuff on the outside, bags on the back and stuff on the back. But here it is. So, as I mentioned a couple of videos ago, I got a Klein backpack tool bag. The camo version that would make it easier to go like on top of a roof that I do occasionally, things like that, where there's no way I'm climbing up a ladder with this thing, I'll die. And it's unnecessary, a lot of stuff in here, you know, I don't need on a rooftop job, so I figured this would be fun, go through taking everything out of here and see what I've got in there. So Alright, I just weighed it off camera with the bathroom scale, and it's 55 pounds right now. So let's go at it. Let's start with the outside. This bag just ripped off, actually, the D-ring when I was moving it to the scale. So it's a little Craftsman bag full of sockets, random assortment of sockets, English and metric. Not well organized. That's not really the point. The point is I got them here. A little bit driver with some assorted bits. I didn't even remember that was in there. See, this is also why I'm doing this, so I can check out everything that's in there. Alright, that's kind of cool. Maybe need a new bag or think about sockets. There's that. Alright, let's see what else we got here. This little bag has safety glasses in it. So all kinds of stuff. Safety glasses in a plastic bag. These are sunglass safety glasses. And some ear protection. Sort of a little bag of safety gear. This stuff has some of my electrical stuff, so it's got some hex sockets or hex drives. So I have to put that back together. Obviously that carrier's not working anymore. I think I gotta lift that out. What else is in here? Yep, another one. Some more. Move my phone over here to make sure you can see what I'm saying. Alright, some breaker lockouts and some fishing line. You go, why that's in my tool bag. Use this sometimes for fishing through conduit, what I call send in the ghost, where you take a little plastic bag, tie it on the fishing line, and suck it through a little piece of conduit with a vacuum cleaner. So that's handy. So I'll open that bag. Set of wrenches, just shitty ones, crappy ones, metric and imperial. And it should be all electrical tape. Yep, electrical tape, different colors. Be more tape, and I think even some service tape, service entrance tape. Yep, black tape, electrical tape, and some of the rubber service entrance tape, or that's what I call it. I'm sure there's a better name for it. Alright. Keep some rope on here, just some paracord. It's good for bundling stuff up. Let's see. There's the D-ring from the Craftsman bag that had the sockets. here's a good Velcro strap that's got a nice heavy duty magnet on it. That's not very good. There you go. Okay, so that's great for hanging a meter somewhere. My flute clamp meter. There you go. Okay. Beat up tape measure. I've had this tape measure for years. It's destroyed. It's got caulk all over it from when I used to do solar installs 5-6 years ago. But somehow I still have it, which I find pretty amazing, knowing me, that I still have that tape measure. All right. Jeez, oh man. These are more meter attachments. Kind of quick clips. Okay. Here's my Greenlee pouch that I like to use sometimes. I just keep it with me. My knife, Stanley 99E. It's the one I like. Actually kind of like a fixed one, you know, that you can't retract, but I haven't found a great way to keep it sheathed. Maybe I could find a little sheath for it. Another beaner. Alright, we get everything on the outside. Yeah. And then let's start with the outside pockets. So, what's up here? Midget fuses. Gonna need a new box for those. Knife. Gerber. That's in pretty good condition. I didn't remember that was in there. Yes, another fuse. And that one's empty. I don't really use these outside pockets much. Blades. Yeah, they're not rusty. It's nice. Okay, nothing else in there. Both pockets are empty. There's not too many outside pockets here, but you can see I kind of had a lot of stuff strapped on there. Getting lighter. Go ahead and go through these pockets. Okay, some Sharpies, a pencil. Oh, cap for a Sharpie that I don't have. Trash. Here I think is the wire marker booklets. Yep. Wire marker booklets, great for marking wires. And that's it. Alright. Oop. Something there. Gotta take a quick reset up. I'll come right back to you. Alright, here's one of the first major sides. This sort of has pliers, hammers, files, cutting tools, sort of those kind of things. So let's just go through it. A little Klein sheath that I bought actually at I think I bought this at a tool sale or something. I don't remember. It's used. Maybe that. That's where I should keep that. Interesting. Alright, cool. File. Pretty nice new file. Craftsman brand. Double cut. It's got a crappy little plastic handle, but it's in there pretty good. Half round file. A little bit of rust on there. Just carpenter's framing hammer. Good beater. inclinometer. You know, this one's a little sticky. 100-foot measuring tape. A little thumb driver. Not really thumb, but you know, one of these really short ones with a little tool bit set. So you can get, you know, really tight into something. It's a little ratchet. It's pretty nice. Cobalt brand, whatever. It's not the greatest thing, but that one time you need to get into something tiny comes in handy. I just wish it fit sort of in with the rest of its accessories. Let's see, what's that? Oh, that's an insert for a file handle. Okay. Quick tap set. It's like a little crappy import brand. Oh no, it's a Craftsman. Craftsman made in China brand. It's got some rust on it. It's probably been in there forever. But we can tap a hole. Little offset ratchet kit. These are helpful too. That instance when you need to do something. So for example, you know, you can see that. It's a little Phillips bit, so you could get into a really tight access space and tighten something or loosen something. Again, you don't use it often, but that one time you need it, you're usually not prepared for it, and there's no other way to do it. So it's nice to have. I think that's just junk in there. More handles or inserts for the file handle. In this side, I don't really use the little like sort of screwdriver pockets. Just not used. Romex ripper. Not particularly useful, but occasionally I find it. I like using it. These are a pair of Knipex cutters, so cutting some heavier duty cable. These are nice, I like those. Needle nose. Could use some oil. We've got the bottom pockets pretty much empty now. Okay, let's go to this one. Nothing. Torpedo level, magnet on one side, handy to have. Some nice sort of duckbill pliers. This is a crimper. Okay. Pair of long Crescent brand sort of needle nose that have this double action on them. They're pretty nice to use and sort of long reach. Let's see, another bastard cut mill file, and there's a sleeve for that other one. Dikes or diagonal cutters, Channel Lock brand. I've been using these for years. They're beat up and stuff, but they still work fine. Channel Lock brand lock nut wrench. I don't use this very often. My linesman's, I should probably get a new pair. These are pretty destroyed. Channel Lock brand as well. Done a lot with these. Alright. And then a set of three different sizes. Channel Lock brand. Oh, look, they got some surface rust, but they're in good shape. Alright. I think we got, grab a flashlight. See if anything fell down. trash. Oh, there's a pocket up there. Oh, it's really shallow. No, it's in there. Alright, we'll flip it around to the other side. Alright, here's the other side. It's more the screwdriver side. There's going to be stuff in here. So I keep another pouch in here with a pair of gloves in it. This is one of those magnetic sort of pouches that you can put like screws in and stuff. We have that. Another pair of gloves that fell out of the pouch. Headlamp. Nice to have. This is a Marmot brand, sort of a, you know, just not your average Joe Blow kind of crappy little one. It's probably a $50 headlamp, but it lasts forever and it uses regular sized batteries, and there's been times when I used it like all night long on a job, so this comes in handy. Let's see, this is a big cable stripper, so it's Panduit brand. This is for real big cable, like, you know, 600 MCM, 350 MCM, and stuff like that. And it's got different hooks for different size conductors. And it's real nice. If you're doing a lot of repetitive stripping of stuff, like aluminum cable and stuff like that, that just sucks. This is nice to use. Let's see, my Philo brand insulated screwdriver set. I think I've shown this before. I use this all the time. This is kind of my go-to. If I just need screwdrivers, I just pop this bag open and grab the red tin. It's a metal tin. I love this. Some of these auto strippers I have that I really never like that much. This one's an Ideal. It's okay. This brand's a Vice Grip brand. This one I don't like very much at all. It doesn't work very well. If I'm going to use one, the Ideal works better. Should keep these out of my bag. Zip tie gun. This is awesome to have. A Paladin brand. Let's see. My phone just moved, so I can't see. Paladin brand. These are awesome. If you're doing zip ties, awesome. Tool to have. My little kit here that has my blade that I should sharpen, and some comm scissors. So if you're doing like comm cables, telephone cables, stuff like that, it's a nice little set to use. I also use that knife a lot when I'm doing a lot of stripping. Set of just, this looks like an after Christmas special sale. You know, sometimes they have that at the Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever. But it's a hex set that's English and metric, so a full set, 3/8 to a 16th, and 1.5 millimeter to 10 millimeter. So I know I always have them. The 3/8 is missing, but this is a good set to have, or something like it. Not necessarily that one. Compass, again for my solar days. That doesn't need to be in my tool bag every day at this point. Outlet tester and GFDI tester. You know, it'll tell you if your outlet is wired correctly or if, what the issue is, you know, an open ground or open hot or reverse polarity, whatever. Those are handy to have. This Ideal one isn't that nice because the lights are pretty small. Let me grab a new one. Piece of a mirror. Handy for seeing around things sometimes. It's not, this isn't glass, it's plastic, so I keep a piece of that in there. Alright, I think we got pretty much the bottom. And then in the pockets, we'll start going through. So a little screwdriver, Sharpie, trying to organize stuff on the table here. This is weird. Some little plastic tube, trash. Another Sharpie. There's a crayon holder for a lumber crayon. Should be in here. Yep. That I probably don't need to keep in my bag anymore. This is a thermometer, again from my solar days when I did a lot of solar hot water, solar electric. Don't need to keep that in my bag. Let's see, another Sharpie. A pencil, sort of one of these. See how does this work? Yep. Long lead, really durable, nice pencil. Writing on crayon or on lumber and stuff. Fat Sharpie palette marker type thing. This is one of those little lights on sort of a flexible extension, kind of if you need to get in somewhere and look at something. It's nice to have sometimes. Flashlight that I keep in my bag. What brand is this? I don't know. It's an LED. You can either twist it on, or it's got a button on the back. This thing's pretty much indestructible. I've dropped it off roofs and everything. It's got a hell of a lot of war wounds on it, and it's fine. Uses standard batteries, so that's, you know, something you gotta have. It's a good flashlight. Alright, let's see. Got a nice long Phillips driver. I've been looking for that actually. Let's see. Nut drivers. English and metric. Let's see, there's a bunch of them in here. Full set. Should be the rest of them. Okay. Ha. There's some leads or for the pencil. Kind of caught that out of the corner of my eye. I was like, what is that? Let's see, doing pretty good. Oh, look, another blade. Buck brand. That thing's pretty destroyed. Okay. Okay. These are kind of my go-to set of wire strippers. Brand are these? Ideal. The yellows are Ideal. This one has, let's see, you know, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. This guy has 12 through 20. So it's a little smaller, a little bigger wire. And this is really small wire. It is 16 to 26, so if you're kind of getting into comm wire, stuff like that. So that's the three that live on this side I use all the time. Okay. Some of these pockets are too deep, which I don't really like, because stuff falls down, like this one. Come on. Come on. There we go. Here's a Klein multi-tap. If you've never seen one of these before, it's got 3 size taps on one side and 3 size on the other. Kind of nice. Okay. Now we'll get into screwdrivers. So a big old Klein beater. This is pretty new actually. Flathead with a big old beater end. It's great. Need to make some room. One of these Greenlee offset screwdrivers. Whip off cover plates, outlet cover plates, switch receptacle plates, that kind of stuff really fast. Again, not something I use all the time, but kind of if I know I'm going to be doing one repetitive task, I'll use it a lot. Stubby screwdrivers, in case you got to get in somewhere small. One of these sets of all kinds of insert bits. So this is what, 15 in one. Not the biggest fan of these things, but I occasionally try them out. I've shown that other Weehaw one. I've been using that one a lot lately. It's just not in this tool bag. See it. Another Klein big old flathead. This one doesn't have a real beater end, even though I beat it up quite a bit already. Let's see. And then I got some insulated screwdrivers, other Philo brand, but sort of loose ones. A whole bunch of them. This one too. This one's pretty well destroyed. I just chewed that one up. And these Phillips screwdrivers. These are Wera, German. And I love these, and it's hard to see. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see it. But they're essentially serrated on the Phillips end on the tip here, and they just grip screws incredibly well. I've been using these. This too, I think I bought in my job previous to the solar job, so that's got to be 8-9 years ago, something on that order. And I've used these real hard, and I love these. I should get some replacements and put these in sort of the junk drawer and get someone with a fresh tip. Okay. Something down there. I'm not sure I'm going to get it. Looks like junk. Okay. A little pocket there, nothing there. Alright, so that's pretty well empty. Alright, I'm going to pan you guys over. I got a big old folding table here of everything we just took out of there. Let's check it out. Alright guys, here's everything we just pulled out of the tool bag. So looks pretty ridiculous out here. So this is a big, I guess what, 6-foot folding table, and that's it. Everything's on there. Alright, here we go. This is the contents of my Go tool bag. Looks pretty ridiculous. So kind of the same way we started. Back here I got, bags, sockets in there, and safety protection, electrical tape, hex drivers, breaker lockouts, wrenches, fluke voltmeter, clamp meter, circuit identifier, temperature probe, all kinds of writing instruments, one of these little hardware pouches, gloves of some sorts, wire marker bags, piece of mirror, flashlight. Let's see, carabiners, my bag, a little pouch with my knife in it, a couple more knives we found, extra blades, fuses, midget fuses, little whatever driver thing, another little hand ratchet, another little small space ratchet, taps, inclinometer. I think we did that. Okay, let's see what that's sort of that side of the table. What else did we have? We had files, a hammer, all kinds of screwdrivers, baby screwdriver, Romex ripper, tie gun, compass. What else can you guys see? This screwdriver set. This other electrical set, or electrician set of a knife and scissors. Let's see. 6-in-1 tap, 25-foot tape, 100-foot tape, level, cutters, needle nose, duckbill, crimpers, mechanical long reach, needle nose, diagonal cutters, lock nut wrench, linesman's, adjustables. Let's see, long Phillips, nut drivers, metric and English, these strippers. Let's see, a whole bunch of Allen keys or hexes, auto stripper, hand stripper. So Holy crap, a lot of stuff in my tool bag. I didn't quite realize it was that much stuff, but there it is. That's everything that was in there. Now I just got to figure out what I need to rearrange and put in this backpack tool bag instead. Or if I'm just going to get a different set of gear that goes in there and keep this go bag ready to go. Alright, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.